Hello everyone. In the last class, we learned three accounting terms, that is entity, transaction and asset. In this class, I will continue with the remaining accounting terms. So, we will go to the next term, that is liabilities. What does it mean? Liabilities are the obligations or debts that an enterprise has to pay at some time in the future. Means the enterprise, it has to pay, it is the obligation that an enterprise has to pay at some time in the future, means at a later date. Here I will explain this term through one example. Okay, let's take ABC Limited and PQR Limited. ABC Limited, it purchased goods from PQR Limited. ABC Limited purchased goods from PQR Limited for rupees 2 lakh, and ABC Limited, it made immediate payment of rupees 1 lakh. Okay, first ABC Limited purchased goods for rupees 2 lakh from PQR Limited and made an immediate payment of rupees 1 lakh. And what about remaining rupees 1 lakh? Rupees 1 lakh. Here, the remaining amount of rupees 1 lakh, it will be considered as liability. This 1 lakh is only the liability. I hope this point is clear to you all. Here again I will explain this example. ABC Limited purchased goods from PQR Limited for rupees 2 lakh and it made an immediate payment of rupees 1 lakh. And remaining rupees 1 lakh, the remaining amount of rupees 1 lakh, it will be considered as liability. So here ABC Limited, it will make the payment at a later date. Means here ABC Limited, it has the obligation, has to pay at some time in the future. I hope this point is clear to you all. Next, in this liabilities, there are mainly two types. That is, first one is current liabilities and second one is non-current liabilities. What is current liabilities? Current liabilities are the liabilities, they are expected to be paid within 1 year. Means if we purchase, for example, we'll take A Limited purchased goods from B Limited for rupees 10,000. Okay, um, and it made an immediate payment of rupees 5,000 and remaining 5,000 they expected to be paid within 1 year. Within 1 year, A Limited has to pay rupees 5,000 to B Limited. This is the current liabilities. Examples: account payable, short-term loans. These are the examples of current liabilities. Next is non-current liabilities. Non-current liabilities are the liabilities, they are not expected to be paid within 1 year. Okay, they are not expected to be paid within 1 year. Means an A Limited, it need not to pay the amount within 1 year. For example, if a company takes out a loan of rupees 10 lakh with a repayment period of 10 years, here the entire amount, it is classified as non-current liabilities. I hope this point is also clear to you all. This is about the liabilities. Okay. Next, we will move to fifth term, that is capital. It is also important term. What does it mean? I hope you can see. Yeah, capital. It means amount invested by the owner in the firm. Amount invested by the owner in the firm. Amount invested by the owner, it means it is in the form of cash or assets by the owner. Means it's the fund used to start and operate the business. Capital is the fund that is used to start and operate the business. Here it is important. Why capital is needed? To start and operate, to start and operate the business. Why we need to invest in the firm or in the business? for the purpose of generate income. Okay, why the company or why they will invest in the business? For the purpose of generating income. This is about capital. Okay, amount invested by the owner in the firm, that is the fund used to start and operate the business. Okay, this is about capital. Next we will move to the next point, next term. See, right? Yes. Okay, now we'll go to the next term, sixth one, that is sales. Here we have studied entity, transaction, assets, capital and liabilities. This is the sixth term, that is sales. What does it mean? Sales, it means they are the total revenues. Total revenues means that is the total income. They are the total revenues from goods or services. From They are the total revenues from goods or services sold, goods sold and services are provided to the customers. Okay, this is about sale. It is very easiest term. Sales is the total revenue from goods or services sold or provided to the customers. This is about sales. And next term is revenues. What does it mean? Here in sales, they are the total revenues, means income. Here the term only, that is revenues. It means earned by selling products. Revenue, it means earned by selling its products to the customers. Revenue means income. It is nothing but income. Revenue is the income. It is earned. Income earned or revenue earned by selling its products. Next term is expenses. See here, expenses and expenditure both are different. Expense is the one term and expenditure is another one. They both are different. Okay, first we'll go to the expenses. What does it mean? It means cost incurred by a business when it is in the process of earning revenue. Here see, earning revenue. Expenses, it is the cost incurred by a business in the process of earning revenue or income. Expenses. Okay, means here it means if a company, it buys office supplies. Okay, this is an expense because it is used up quickly to support the operations. These are the expenses. Or we can take the example of rent also. Salaries to the employees. These are the expenses. This is the cost incurred by the business in the process of earning revenue. If you are earning revenue, there will be expenses, right? We need to, that is the cost incurred by the business. Okay, this is about expense. I hope this point is clear to you all. Next we will move to the next term, that is expenditure. What does it mean? It means spending money for some benefit. See here, expense is different and expenditure is different. Expense, it is the cost incurred by the business in the process of earning revenue. Okay, and expenditure, it is the spending money for some benefit. They are spending the money for some benefit. For what they are spending money? To acquire an asset or to settle a liability or to cover an expense. Here expense means spending money for some benefit. They are getting benefit in the form of acquire an asset or to settle a liability or to cover an expense. Okay, this is about expenditure. I hope these 2 points are clear to you all. Expense is different and expenditure, this term is different. Expenses, it is the cost incurred by a business in the process of earning revenue, and expenditure is different. That is, we are spending the money for gaining some benefit in the form of acquiring an asset or settle a liability or to cover an expense. Okay, this is about expenditure. Okay, next we will move to the next term. 10th term is profit and 11th is loss. I explained these two terms, that is profit and loss, in my second class, which covers the objectives of accounting. Okay, anyways, here also I will explain what is profit and what is loss. Profit, it is the financial gain an entity earns when total revenue exceeds its total expenses over a specific period. Okay, it is nothing but total revenue exceeds its total expenses. Revenue means income, it is more than expenses over a specific period. And loss, total expenses exceeds its total revenues. Okay, this is about loss. Okay, here I will explain this point through one example only. Here, for example, ABC Limited, it earned a profit of rupees 1 lakh and incurred a loss of rupees 40,000. Okay, I will write down here. ABC Limited, profit, earn a profit of rupees 1 lakh and incurred a loss of rupees 40,000. So here income, it is more than loss, means total revenue exceeds its total expenses. So ABC Limited earned a profit of rupees 60,000. Okay. I hope this point is clear to you all. This is about profit and this is about loss. Okay. Loss means total expenses exceeds its total revenue, means loss is more than income. Okay. Next we will go to the next term, that is discount. Okay, what does it mean? Discount, it means deduction in the price of the goods sold. It's very easy. Okay, discount, that is deduction in the price of the goods sold. This is about discount. So here I will take one example. Price of the goods is rupees 1000 and after discount the price is rupees 800. Okay, price of goods is rupees 1000 and after discount the price is rupees 800, means you need to pay only rupees 800. Then what is the discount? Which means a 20% discount is available on the goods, means 1000 into 20%, it means it is equals to 200. 1000 minus 200, that is equals to 800. So we need to pay rupees 800 to the shopkeeper, that is deduction in the price of the goods sold. In discount there are mainly two types, that is trade discount and cash discount. Okay, before learning about this trade discount and cash discount, I will explain you distribution process of supply chain. Okay, what is this? In distribution process of supply chain, there are mainly four persons, that is manufacturers, wholesalers, retailers and customers will come. Okay, in this, manufacturers sells products, they will sell the products in bulk. In bulk they sell the products. For whom? To the wholesalers. Okay, they will sell the products in bulk to the wholesalers. And what wholesalers will do? Wholesalers buy, they will buy large quantities of goods from the manufacturers. Wholesalers, they will, manufacturers sell the products in bulk to the wholesalers. And wholesalers, they will buy large quantities of goods from manufacturers and distributes them in smaller quantities to the retailers. The wholesalers buy large quantities of goods from the manufacturers and distributes them in smaller quantities to the retailers. And retailers, they will purchase the goods from whom? Wholesalers. And they sell them. Retailers sell them directly to the customers. This is about distribution process of supply chain. Okay. In distribution of process of supply chain, there are mainly 4 concepts will come, that is manufacturers, wholesalers, retailers and customers. What manufacturers will do? They will sell the products in bulk to the wholesalers, and wholesalers buys large quantities of goods from the manufacturers and distributes them in smaller quantities to the retailers, and retailers, they will purchase the goods from the wholesalers and sell them directly to the customers. Okay, this is about distribution process of supply chain. Next we'll see about the discounter. Okay, here in discount, what does it mean? It means deduction in the price of the goods sold. There are mainly 2 types, that is trade discount and cash discount. So first we'll go to the trade discount. Okay, it means a reduction in the listed price of goods usually given to the wholesalers or retailers. Wholesalers or retailers. It means a reduction in the listed price of goods. Listed price of goods, what does it mean? It means official price that a seller displays for a product before any discounts, promotions or negotiations. Listed price of goods, it means the official price that a seller displays for a product before any discounts, promotions or negotiations. It is about listed price of goods. So here trade discount, it means a reduction in the listed price of goods usually given to wholesalers or retailers. So the trade discount, it is generally offered by manufacturers. It is generally offered by manufacturers to wholesalers and by wholesalers to retailers. It is generally offered by manufacturers to wholesalers and by wholesalers to retailers. This is about trade discount. Okay, here I will explain this term through one example. Okay, a trade discount means a wholesaler sells a product. We will take here wholesaler, but it is generally offered by manufacturers to wholesalers and by wholesalers to retailers. This is about trade discount. Here I will take the example of wholesaler. A wholesaler sells a product with a listed price of rupees 1000. Listed price of rupees 1000. They offer trade discount of 20%. A wholesaler sells a product with a listed price. Here listed price of rupees 1000, and they offer, he means wholesaler, they offer trade discount of 20%. Trade discount of 20%. Okay. So the trade discount is 20% of 1000. It is equals to rupees 200. So net price after discount rupees 800, means 1000 minus 200, that is rupees 800. It is the net price after discount. I hope this point is clear. Trade discount is clear to you all. Okay, this is about trade discount. It is generally offered by the manufacturers to wholesalers. Okay, it is generally offered by manufacturers to wholesalers and by wholesalers to retailers. Here customers will not come. It is only between manufacturer and wholesaler and by wholesaler to retailers. This is about trade discount. And next we will move to next point, that is cash discount. Okay. What about cash discount? Cash discount, it is the reduction offered to the customers. See, here customers will come. In trade discount, only it is between manufacturer, wholesaler and retailer. And in cash discount, customers will come. Means retailers, they will sell the products directly to the customers. Reduction offered to the customers for paying their invoices promptly. For paying their invoices promptly. Therefore, this is about cash discount. Means reduction offered to customers for paying their invoices promptly. Here also I will explain this term through one example. We'll take a company. It has an invoice of rupees 5,000. Invoice of rupees 5,000 and offers a cash discount. Offers a cash discount of we'll take 5%. Okay, here we'll take 5%. Company has an invoice of rupees 5,000 and offers a cash discount of 5% for payments. For payments made within 10 days. Okay, company, it has an invoice of rupees 5,000 and offers a cash discount of 5% for payment made within 10 days. Means they have to make the payment within 10 days. If the customer pays within that period, means if the customer they pays within 10 days, the discount it is calculated as follows. Cash discount means it is available only the customer has to pay within 10 days. Okay, then only he will get the discount. Otherwise he will not get. Okay, if he make the payment within 10 days, the calculations are as follows. So cash discount, it is cash discount. 5% of 5,000, that is rupees 250. So here total amount payable after cash discount. Total amount payable after cash discount, it is 5,000 minus 250. That is equals to rupees 4,750. Means the customer has to pay 4,750 to the shopkeeper. When if he made the payment within 10 days, then only discount is available to him. Okay, this is about discount. I hope all these points are clear to you all. So today we have learned liabilities, capital, sales, revenues, expenses, expenditure, profit, loss and discount. Here I will finish my class. I hope you have understood so far. If not, please leave a comment. Okay? Thank you.